What's up? We're here today to talk about Wizard of Legend. Wizard of Legend launched recently on Steam. It's like the biggest meme that everyone's playing right now, so I thought I'd better talk about it. So, what is Wizard of Legend? Is it worth it? I'm gonna tell you all about it. Wow, that was a little laggy. So, Wizard of Legend is a twin stick roguelite. Means permadeath, RNG, many items, randomness. It's like Enter the Gungeon, if any of you guys are familiar with that one. If you aren't, you'll learn about the game. But it's a lot of spell slinging fun. And yeah, I'm gonna talk about the game. So the game again, the game's primary selling point is, it's like crazy ass spells that hopefully you'll enjoy. It has plenty of customization, as you can see here. You have different outfits which provide many perks. They're mostly positive. Very few of them have, counterpoints. You customize your spells here. Basic spells, which are like your button mash ability, your dash, random spells you get, and then like a signature spell, which is like your, OP spell. And then you also have perks that you could have. Like you can carry a perk, like increased air damage or chance to poison. So we're just gonna get right into it. So whenever you die, you do have access back to the plaza, which lets you buy more spells, buy new cloaks, start with some gold by using these chaos tokens, which you get from fighting bosses, as you can see above the gold. Gold is usually for buying items inside dungeons, and you always lose gold when you die. And as you can see in the bottom left, you only start with 4 spells, and you can equip the max of 6 plus like a backup spell. That's a menu. If you look in the top left, you got health, and below health is an empty meter that raises when you attack. I'm just going to cast spells, so it continuously drains, but if you are able to max it out, you will unlock an upgraded version of your signature spell that we'll just build it up. As you can see, there's a lot more electric bolts. So we're just going to do a run, because it's easier to do it. As you can see, there's 2 areas and then a boss, and then there's 3 bosses plus the final. The 3 bosses do mix around, so it's never the same. So, yeah, easiest way to talk about it is to get right into it. You hit R3. I'm using a controller, brings up the map, and we'll just look for some combat. Basically, you just want to combo your spells, and you just kill shit. Then you want to stay as healthy as you can and look for the final boss room. Yeah. So I'm just gonna, again, you have your basic spell, which is pretty button mashy. I'll pick up that health. We'll go look for a room. We'll just start. Oh, you see, he likes to jump, so you got to time your dodge. Let's talk about my spells more. If you can see in the bottom left, my A is dash. It's a frost decoy, so they attack the decoy and it explodes. My Y is a jump that turns into an AoE ground pound. My B is a shield that shields me with electric bolts that like they conduce themselves between enemies. So I like to use Y to close the gap or dodge. And we'll just kind of walk at him. Dodge whenever special. It doesn't really matter if you use your upgraded your special move, because it drains, your meter drains if you don't use it. This is the boss room. We aren't going to fight the boss just because I want to show you. Yeah, for example, there are many like event rooms. For example, this guy will shuffle one of my Arcana, so I'll lose my jump, and then I have a chance to get any of these cards, which includes my old one. So we're just gonna... Alright, we got Heroic Leap. We'll see here. It's like Heroic Leap, race forward while leaving behind a decoy. Oh no. This Arcana allows you to seize a foe and leap high into the air before crashing down. So yeah, it's like a seismic toss, the move from Pokemon. If any of you guys remember watching the cartoon, oh shit, I went the wrong way. Charizard would fucking just end people with seismic toss. Alright. Okay, it just has plants. Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, there's what it looks like if you hit an enemy. So another shop you could find is the Arcana shop, which lets you buy more spells, which I kind of want. I don't really need HP, and at the same time, I don't want this run to go on forever. If you haven't noticed, there are a lot of quote-unquote reskins of abilities. For example, my Heroic Leap is like the Seismic Leap, except I have to grab someone and it does more damage. We could buy stuff. I don't even know what this does. This is my first time buying it. Create a field. So it just gives me a cloak that deals damage. Again, there are a lot of reskinned abilities, but they do have different things that make them unique. For example, all elements have a spear ability, but the ice spear will pin people to a wall, and the lightning spear will just pierce all enemies and cause shock damage. So we're gonna fight the boss. It's the Grand Summoner, who is very weak versus AoE. So it's pretty good that I have this. As you can see, that the enemy is glowing yellow, which means you can't he cannot be stun locked. But it doesn't really matter. So yeah, one really nice thing, he's vulnerable. You just combo him. Gonna dodge that. Wait for our cooldowns. This is really hard to talk. Alright, he should be dead. Yeah. So that's first stage, pretty easy. As you can see, Chaos, those are the Chaos tokens that you could only spend when you die. For the most part, you could only really get them from fighting bosses. I mean, you can get them on the floor, but you usually get a lot from bosses. If I do end up making it to the first champion and beating him, I'll probably end it there, so it's not too long. But yeah, this game's pretty fun. It's really fun, but it's also kind of short, because in the several hours I've played... Oh shit, I'm just taking damage. I don't think... It only gets really harder. Because again, you don't always fight this Earth. You don't always tackle this Earth dungeon first. So if you end up tackling it second or third, you just take a lot more damage. I'll just I'll just pre-buff before entering the room. Wow, I'm taking damage. So yeah, and from what I hear, the game doesn't have that much to offer once you've beaten the last guy. And if you aren't a fan of roguelites, where you restart with nothing, it might not be your game. This room's pretty useless, since she will give you a discount ticket if you give her a random spell. I don't have extra spells really. You can also look for a shop, because every floor the shopkeeper stocks one potion. If you haven't noticed, I didn't really need it last floor. And if you spend gold on a potion, you don't have much gold to buy Arcanas. Grasping Earth, Tracer Barrage. Yeah, I really do need that potion if I want to stay healthy. Because after this, you go straight into the boss fight, the hero, once you beat the boss. Yeah, this game's really fun. It definitely is a lot lacking compared to other roguelikes, like Isaac. Binding of Isaac is like god tier in terms of roguelike value. So maybe it's not fair to make that comparison. But this is like really fun, fast-paced action. So double toll. So double toll, I think it's a curse. So when you go to shops, you can buy normal item relics, and then if you go to the I don't know, shady guy with a robe, you can buy cursed relics. As you can guess, the shopkeep ones that you pay for are just largely positives. Cursed ones have positives and negatives. For example, cut downs are cut in half, which is pretty ridiculous, but you receive double damage. I wasn't really I'm not paying attention to my cooldowns, so I actually don't know. I mean, I'm gonna take their word for it that it's shorter by half, but I wasn't paying attention. But it's really good if you don't get hit. Lucky for me, I am actually running a evasion build where I have increased evasion. It works like dodge did, like old dodge in League of Legends. Oh shit. Oh I almost killed myself. But yeah, if I end up dying, it doesn't matter. That just means I get to cut it short. Oh shit. I want to avoid them so I can hit this. Oh, wait. I'm trolling. I'm gonna let this run out. Okay. Oh my... No! I'm trolling! Well, yeah, this game's not easy to play with talking. But, you know, before I end the video, I guess we'll talk about the, look, you can buy stuff. Again, stuff you buy in the dungeon, you do not keep. For example, but stuff you buy here, you do. I'll just buy this. What, lightning aspect? I had lightning aspect. As you can see, I don't own that spell. So you don't keep it unless you buy it here. I actually don't know. This Arcana allows you to pull nearby projectiles into orbit. Wait, it was wild, dude. But yeah, that's Wizards of Legend. I only died early just so I could show off, hide the game. You should buy it if you really like fast-paced action games. If you are looking for roguelikes, I probably recommend Isaac. But yeah. Peace.